Man, this was special. We just witnessed the greatest return/debut of all time. Uncle Howdy is finally here, and he's not alone. With him has come Wyatt Sicks, and this has put so many questions in our minds. Who is he? What do they want? Where's the sixth member? Let's talk about it. Uncle Howdy was secretly lurking in the arena during the show, possibly eyeing potential targets. After the main event triple threat, Jey Uso was leaving through the crowd, and then it happened. Wyatt Sicks debuted in what people are calling the greatest debut in WWE history. We saw a demonic-looking woman crawling out the door to a beautiful beat piano music. Following that, the camera moved backstage, where we all saw chaos and destruction. Chad Gable appeared to be lifeless. I think they got Gunther too. Hell, they even made Jey Uso run away. All members of Wyatt Sicks were revealed. They made their way to the front. Uncle Howdy said, "We are here," and that was the end of the show. That debut was truly special. All characters looked amazing, but this is actually not the first time we've seen all the other members of Wyatt Sicks. Let me tell you about it. We all saw Uncle Howdy for the first time making his debut on SmackDown in December 2022, as Bray Wyatt addressed LA Knight's provocations. Knight attacked Wyatt and was getting the upper hand. But then, suddenly, a glitch happened on the big screen and a silhouette of a mysterious figure appeared. Wyatt had a smirk on his face. Knight was confused, and there he was. Uncle Howdy. LA Knight was scared for his life. He quickly ran away. Uncle Howdy attacked Bray Wyatt for some reason, but on that day, we had just witnessed Uncle Howdy's debut. Throughout the following months, we'd see more segments with Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy and heard rumors and glimpses of a new faction that Uncle Howdy would lead. Unfortunately, due to Bray Wyatt's tragic passing, WWE had to postpone plans for the faction until May. But before we get into that, let's discuss all the characters in detail. Uncle Howdy is played by none other than Bray Wyatt's real-life brother, the former NXT champion, Bo Dallas. The original inspiration for Uncle Howdy is said to be Captain Howdy from the 1983 film Hysterical. Uncle Howdy is believed to be an alter ego of Bray Wyatt, just like The Fiend, which represents a darker side of his character and was a significant part of his storyline. He will lead the faction of these lost souls, with their name Wyatt Sicks, playing on the word six, reflecting their chaotic nature and the number of members. You might be thinking, there are only 5 members here. We'll get to that. But first, let's talk about each one of them. All the other members of the group have been seen before on WWE programming. They all were part of the Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse. They have just been brought to life in forms of actual canon characters. Huskus the Pig, played by Joe Gacy, represents the early career of Bray Wyatt as Husky Harris, a part of NXT and the Nexus. Joe Gacy had no prior relation to Bray Wyatt, but during his run in NXT, his cult leader-like character was compared to Bray Wyatt, the leader of the Wyatt family. Joe Gacy was chosen for his imposing presence and ability to convey a complex character. Rambling Rabbit is played by none other than former Wyatt family member Eric Rowan. Rambling Rabbit reflects the multitude of critiques that Wyatt has faced throughout his career. Eric Rowan's return as Rambling Rabbit was fitting due to his history with Wyatt. Abby the Witch, representing Sister Abigail, is a character that had been mentioned prior to the Firefly Funhouse. Sister Abigail is the sister of Bray Wyatt, and the character is played by Nikki Cross. We had seen teases of her being a part of this faction. The last time she was on WWE TV, she was acting strangely, just staring into the abyss, possibly being controlled by Uncle Howdy. Nikki Cross as Sister Abigail was a natural choice given her previous dark character work. And last but not least, Mercy the Buzzard. The idea behind Mercy is to pay homage to Waylon Mercy, someone Bray drew inspiration from. Dexter Lumis portrays the character of Mercy the Buzzard. He had a very creepy personality prior to joining this group, so it makes sense for him to play the character. All of these characters in canon are part of Bray Wyatt's imagination and have now been brought to life by Uncle Howdy. They have hidden and interesting details in their costumes and personalities. For example, Rambling Rabbit carries a mallet with the word help written on it. This could either be a reference to Bray Wyatt always hitting Rambling Rabbit with a hammer in the Firefly Funhouse, or it could be a tribute to the late great Luke Harper, who carried a mallet alongside Eric Rowan during their time as the Bludgeon Brothers. Both Harper and Rowan were also part of the original Wyatt family together. Another detail is Uncle Howdy's gloves, which simply have the name Bray written on them. The attention to detail is beautiful, and they have done a wonderful job with it. Their arrival was teased for months by WWE through QR codes, engaging the fans with the storyline and making them invested. This was done to create depth in the story and the faction. Judging by the QR codes and all the teases, their coming was expected to be chaotic and dangerous. During that night's Raw, we saw Uncle Howdy lurking in the background during Seth Rollins' promo. It's worth remembering that Rollins was Bray Wyatt's arch rival. It's entirely possible that we might see something involving him with Wyatt's faction. The characters from the Firefly Funhouse were even hidden as Easter eggs throughout the show. Rambling Rabbit was seen seen in the background in the locker room during Chad Gable's backstage segment with Alpha Academy. And Huskus the Pig was also seen backstage behind Kairi Sane. The massacre on Chad Gable was teased in one of the QR code videos, where Chad Gable's initials CG and his old catchphrase "thank you" were mentioned. Their debut was a spectacle and will undoubtedly go down as one of the greatest moments in the history of the sport. However, fans are still left wondering about the sixth member of the group, known as Wyatt Sicks. During their debut, only 5 members were seen, and speculation is rife about who that elusive sixth member might be. Some fans suggest that Alexa Bliss could join later as the sixth member. A hidden detail, a silhouette of a mysterious figure, has fueled this theory, leading fans to believe it might be Bliss. Another possibility is Braun Strowman, who was part of the Wyatt family in the past. However, the most fitting choice would be Bray Wyatt himself. Although Wyatt may not be physically present, the group embodies his vision and pays tribute to his legendary career, making him the spiritual sixth member. As for the next move with this group, booking a supernatural gimmick in today's wrestling landscape isn't easy. Triple H surely wouldn't want to screw this up. There are a lot of possibilities on what's next for this group. During their debut, we all at first thought that they would attack Jey Uso, as he was there when they debuted. There's this theory online that Wyatt Sicks is attacking people who betrayed their groups or families, hence the attack on Chad Gable and also the attack on Gunther, as he also just turned his back on Giovanni Vinci earlier this month. This could lead to them costing Jey Uso the Money in the Bank. There is also a possibility where they do an invasion angle and it's WWE versus Wyatt Sicks. But that is just a possibility. Nothing confirmed yet. What I believe will happen and should happen is this group shouldn't be overbooked. They have something special here. I don't think we'll see them wrestle for a long time. They'll just build their lore and cause terror. Right now, very little is known about their motives, other than the fact that they want to cause a massacre. I'm really excited for the upcoming weeks and see how this plays out. Triple H has definitely made this storyline worth the wait. Can you imagine this story in Vince's time? Would probably not have been as good as this. Makes you appreciate Triple H even more, but do you know he took over and saved WWE from Vince? You can watch this video on the screen for that.